Imagine this. A regular school night, kids playing, classrooms buzzing like any other day. But suddenly, a new wall, a hidden corner, something feels off. You look at it, questioning yourself. Is it real or just your mind playing tricks? But the more you try to understand, the deeper the fear takes hold. And then, what if you find something so terrifying that it doesn't even give you a chance to think? In the small, quiet town of Daras, nestled between lush green hills and dense forests, stood a prestigious school, Eden Valley High. For decades, it had shaped the dreams of countless students. But not every story tied to this school was a happy one. Like many old places, it carried whispers of the past, stories buried under dust and silence. Until now, a brand new auditorium was under construction, meant to host cultural events, lectures, and school gatherings. At first, the students were thrilled, but none of them knew that the land they stood on hid a secret, one that was about to change their lives forever. The story follows Ananya, the school's brightest and most curious student. She wasn't just interested in books. She loved solving mysteries. Alongside her were her three best friends. Arjun, a tech geek obsessed with uncovering hidden truths. Meera, who had a strange ability. She could sense things others couldn't. Rohan, the rational thinker, who always tried to explain the impossible. When construction began, everything seemed normal. But soon, things took a dark turn. One evening, the four friends sneaked into the newly built auditorium. It was off limits, but curiosity led them inside. The moment they pushed open the heavy wooden doors, a cold gust of air rushed at them. Outside, the sun was shining, but inside, it was like stepping into another world. Maybe they turned on the AC, Ananya said, though she didn't quite believe it herself. The grand chandeliers shimmered eerily, even in the darkness. Rows of plush red seats stood empty, almost as if waiting for an audience. Then Meera whispered, "Do you feel that? Like someone's watching us?" Rohan laughed. "Oh, great. Now ghosts use air conditioning?" But his laughter died in his throat when a sudden chill ran down his spine. Silence settled over them like a heavy fog. They exchanged uneasy glances, each feeling something wasn't right. And then Meera noticed it. Near the stage, a faint, shadowy figure. It wasn't clear, just a blurry shape. Did we just imagine that? She thought. Or was it real? Determined to investigate, the four ventured deeper. Arjun, ever the tech enthusiast, found the control room and began fiddling with the lighting and sound system. The moment he flipped a switch, the stage lights flickered violently. And then, they saw it. A shadowy figure stood on the stage, tall, still, watching. "Who is that?" Rohan stammered, his voice barely a whisper. But before anyone could react, the shadow vanished. Meera grabbed Ananya's hand. "We shouldn't be here. Something's wrong." But Ananya knew this wasn't their imagination. Something was here. Something didn't want to be seen. The flickering lights, the eerie silence, the vanishing shadow. The auditorium wasn't empty. Despite their fear, they couldn't stay away. They had to know the truth. This time, they came prepared. Arjun brought a camera to capture any strange occurrences. Meera carried a journal to document their findings. Rohan had a flashlight, making sure nothing stayed hidden. The moment they entered, the door slammed shut behind them. No breeze, no explanation, just pure terror. And then, a voice echoed from the stage. Leave this place. This wasn't the wind. This wasn't a recording. This was a warning. Their faces went pale. Their hearts pounded. This was no longer just fear. This was something real. They ran to the doors, locked. The temperature dropped, breath visible in the air. Arjun tried filming. His camera refused to work. Meera knew they weren't alone. Determined to find answers, they sought out the oldest employee at the school, Mr. Kumar. When they told him what they had seen, his face turned ghostly pale. He sighed, voice trembling. You should never have gone there. And then he revealed the terrifying truth. Before this auditorium, there was an old theater. Years ago, during a play, a fire broke out. Many people died, and their souls never left that place. The friends stared in horror. Some of them were students, some were staff, and they still returned, looking for something they lost. A chilling realization set in. They had disturbed something that should have remained forgotten. There was only one way to stop this: help the trapped souls find peace. They contacted Dr. Narayan, a paranormal investigator who arrived with EMF detectors, cameras, and sound recorders. The moment they stepped inside, the air turned ice cold. And then they saw them. Ghostly figures, eyes filled with sorrow, lingering in the shadows. Dr. Narayan began his ritual, and the four friends prayed for the souls to find peace. The spirits slowly began to fade, their whispers turning into a soft hum. And then they were gone. The air felt lighter. The auditorium, once suffocating, now felt calm. As they stepped out, they knew they had witnessed something extraordinary. They had faced fear, uncovered history, and set lost souls free. The auditorium was no longer haunted. Or was it? Because sometimes, not all shadows disappear. And maybe, just maybe, this was only the beginning. This story was just the first chapter. Would you dare to explore the next one? Like, share, and subscribe for more terrifying mysteries.